The game is Warhammer 40k Boltgun, and it is another retro FPS, if you can believe it. And the title screen music is reminding me a little bit of like Pearl Jam and Soundgarden. So I'm into that. And yeah, the game seems pretty cool. It seems like my kind of game. And welcome to the video. I guess we'll just jump in. I'll try... Huh. Yeah, I'll try hard. I'm a gamer when it comes to first-person shooters. Kinda. Not really.
Nothing, once touched by the hand of chaos, remains untainted. You are under the dominion of the Ordo Malleus to assist my investigations into a world that has already felt that fell influence. Graia has been under the close watch.
I don't know what's happening.
Since the
Fine.
Windskull War. The Forge world remains largely secure, but we have picked up concerning energy readings in the surrounding system. I have my suspicions, although we have not had sufficient time to pinpoint the origin of these foul energies. While most of the planet remains unaffected, it is my belief that rogue elements within the Adeptus Mechanicus may have been experimenting with a surviving fragment of Inquisitor Drogon's power source.
Ah, yes. Whatever's happening here.
Your mission is to assist me in locating a fragment of the power source.
Okay, got it. I got that. I can do that.
Extremely serious. Your superiors have seen fit to second only a handful of you to my supervision. In the absence of a larger force, we should pray to the Emperor that this does not develop into a more dire situation. This servo skull will guide you.
I know what a servo skull is now.
Commodus here is one of the few sanctified and preserved from the purging of Drogon's heretical archives. Together, you will search sites where communication has become sporadic.
The lore of Warhammer is so overwhelming to me.
You may assume they have been tainted by the ruinous powers. Suffer not the heretic to live. While I continue my investigations aboard the Crown, you will be deployed to a habitation zone we lost contact with several cycles ago. You should assume the situation to be extremely hostile.
Oh, of course it will be. How could it not be?
Beware. We do not know how far the taint of the arch enemy spreads.
Taint. Spreads. Been playing a lot of these shooters lately. The boomer kinds, if you so. Some people don't like that term at all. So I try to avoid it. I don't really care, but retro FPS is fine as well. And I've been playing a lot of games like this, and I'm all for it. As long as they're good, I can just play these forever. I'm okay with that. But, yeah, when it comes to Warhammer, it's not my thing, necessarily, because I just don't know anything about it. Lower the volume a little bit. I know a little bit about it. I mean, I played Darktide. I played that one retro, what was it? Yeah, real-time strategy game. I don't remember the name of it. Dawn of War 2, maybe? I'm extremely intrigued by the world of Warhammer, but it's just very intimidating to want to get into, and I just don't think I have the life force. Required on this planet to really invest myself. That said, I did buy this. I didn't get a key for this. Like, so I'm interested enough to, like, actually buy the games. If they look dope, and this looked dope, if you'll forgive the term dope. Actually, if you'll forgive me saying the term dope. Like these, crispy pixels. Always a big fan of crispy pixels. These people deserve crispy skin! The game is called Boltgun, and yet I do not have a bolt or a gun. Curious. They don't like that. Okay, there's a couple different ways. So you can run, and then you press F, and you get extra speed. So there's levels of speed. Alright, I got the bolt gun. Oh man, even the magazines, they look awesome. They're all voxely and shit. Okay, let's see how this game's guns feel. Yeah, that's definitely Warhammer shit. I mean, Darktide just has really cool environments, and everything in the world of Warhammer is very interesting. Apply Boltgun directly to head. So I like seeing it in video game form. And there's a part of me that maybe doesn't even need to know what the fuck is going on. I could just enjoy the visuals. Like, it's like Cathedral Punk. Sorry if the game is too loud once again. Once again! Oh, extremely fun shooting so far. Very chunky. I don't know how else to describe it other than chunky. .200 contempt. But it's like the used future kind of thing, like the Star Wars alien aesthetic. I mean, it's just very common now. It's been, oh my god, has it been 50 years? Almost 50. We're going on 50 years of Star Wars. And that was like the big example of the dirty, grungy future. Oh, short levels. I like short levels in a game like this. No secrets found. Locate batteries. Thank you, Servo Skull. New friend is Servo Skull. Maybe even best friend. But yeah, the whole aesthetic of Warhammer, to me, just as an outsider. So obviously, there's the cathedral shit. There's the used, like, dirty future. Then there's also, like, Roman influence. Maybe this seems obvious, like, for people that have played Warhammer a lot and know the universe really well. But that's kind of just an outsider's initial perspective. But there's probably a bunch more, too. I mean... There's different, like, there's orcs. Orcses. Very satisfying pulping. Well, even on hard difficulty, I love that some of these enemies are just like fodder. I'm sure we're gonna get more spongy enemies, but it's just you feel powerful. And there are definitely times in games where it takes so many fucking bullets to kill one enemy that it no longer, like, you don't feel like you're powerful. But then you also want a decent challenge. I think Doom and Doom Eternal do that right. Though Doom Eternal changes things up a little bit with those bastards that require a little bit more thought. Very contentious bastards they are. That's another one of those things where it didn't really bother me once I got used to it. And I, like, understood the utility of them, or, like, what they were going for. Even if they were like, oh, your entire flow has been disrupted by this enemy. Oh. There you go. There's a hard enemy right there. Gun is pretty accurate, too. I mean, it is called Boltgun, so you'd hope that the actual Boltgun would have a ton of utility. Seems like this is a weapon I'll be coming back to quite a bit. Laurels? Yannies? Yeah. Roman punk. That's the next big thing. Cyberpunk was the big thing for a while, then like scum punk, and soon Roman punk will be all the craze. Aesthetic punk. Everything just needs the word punk. It's like gate. Whenever there's some, like, conspiracy. Everything's gate, even though it's just named after a hotel. From an event that no one remembers anymore because it's so wildly irrelevant to everyone's life these days. And considering some of the absolute skullduggery that a lot of, modern, let's say, politicians they're just doing worse all the time. not to make this political. I'm not, you know, I'm saying just politicians, just general politicians. Just they get away with it, or they don't, or it's just blatant. It kind of makes Watergate seem like not that big of a deal. But I'm also very uneducated. That's one of my least favorite topics on the planet is politics. And I remember a time where most people were like, you know, it was just not something that was like fun for people. Now I think it's fun for people. And I know people watching this would be like, no, that's not true. You just need to know about it. Yeah, I mean, to a degree, but there's also, for me, there's like a hard line in the sand of, if this is starting to affect my life and make me miserable, I feel like that's almost the intent. For votes, or for, you know, some media organization to make money off of me, or... And it's like, I don't need that in my life. Life is hard enough, and, I don't know how this got into politics, but just general politics, and, like, the topic itself has always been such a drag. And then I say that, and people are like, Vinny, what's wrong with you? You have to. You have to. No, it's my choice. I can disengage as much as I'd like to, and I'm going to. Thank you very much. Anyway, did you see that the Teletubbies have a new... No. But that said, yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious and blatant who, the biggest scumbags are, and the biggest... corruption, and it's just so, again, it just makes Nixon look like a Teletubby. Hello, everybody, it's me, Nixon Tubby, and I'm gonna be recording all of it. Just, it makes everything else seem so quaint. Like Johnson talking about his jumbo hog. Like nothing, or the throat goat herself, Nancy Reagan, like none of this stuff compares to modern politics. Modern. Anyway, so I'm sure there's a lot of political intrigue in Warhammer, I would imagine. Oh man, I should have got that first. I don't know what I just got. But I'm getting all these secrets, and I can't even fucking use them. This just might make the shots a little bit more powerful for a while. Maybe it does. I'm not really 100% sure. Chainsaw mechanic is done right. It like locks onto a target a little ways off, and it just fucking demolishes them once you get, like, it just gets you in close, and then you just start, like, ripping them and tearing. This fucking game is yeah, they know how to do a boomer shooter. Though I do find it a little odd how, like, okay, you have Darktide, which just came out a couple months ago. Well, more than a couple at this point, but, you know, not too far in the past. So you have Darktide, you have, now this, and then Space Marine 2 is on the horizon, and all of these are big shoot games. But I was gonna also say, Warhammer seems to be just throwing whatever they can at the wall. Like, just doing every genre. Like, I see, there was another one, too. I forgot what it was. There was some non-shoot Warhammer game. And it looked interesting. Ah, fuck, I can't think of it. It was just revealed as of the time of this recording, and I don't remember what it was, but that seemed very different. But yeah, mainly lots of big shoot games. Like, all within a year of each other, almost. Thank God. That was the most pitiful jump attempt. Kraken? Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. Well, considering you're using the Boltgun so much... Oh my god, that is just a one-hit kill, basically. Alright, maybe not on the Plague Toads, but... Yeah, I love the different ammo types idea. That's good. Okay, no, that's not one-hit kill at all. I don't know what I'm talking about there. I want to check the controls. I wonder if you can change ammo. Taunt is T. Oh. I am hoping for another weapon sometime in the next 2 hours. As much as I'm enjoying the bolt gun itself. But I will say, yes, this game has, like, excellent game feel. I just played that Zorch game, which is a little, Toraki. There are a lot of ways which it is not like Torok, mind you, but that's the easiest comparison. And, that was $5. And for $5, not so bad. It's okay. Some decent stuff in there. I don't really know how to explain it without just saying watch the video. so watch the video. But there's some, like, in that game you get like 5 weapons in the first 10 minutes. This, you get 1 weapon in the first half hour. Okay. Oh, this looks familiar. As a Dark Tide fan. Just a second. Okay. Feel the chainsaw of justice and righteousness. I would imagine is something they would say in this universe. Oh, there you go. Purple shit. How many pages of lore do I need to read to understand what the purple shit is? Unless my servo skull is trying to tell me and I'm ignoring it. The hell was that? New weapon. Okay, so it's a shotgun, and it looks like it also sets things on fire, so incendiary rounds. Good enough for me. There's no alt fire, because right click is chainsaw. That was the wrong button. There's no map. So I'm hoping the level design is simple enough for an idiot such as myself to be able to navigate properly. Here we go. I mean, it kind of seems like it is. Doesn't seem too confusing. For a minute, I was gonna say, I wonder if there's a stealth mechanic, and then I realized what my character looks like. Pretty good music, too. I mean, the music in Dark Tide, some of those fucking songs were unbelievable. So, for me, that's like a tough game to live up to, music-wise, but this is very appropriate and sounds cathedral punky enough. No, you fucking don't. Where's the FOV slider? Oh, there it is. Great. Get a little bit more FOV, motherfucker. So, low. Medium! High. There's the new Star Wars game. Ubisoft is making an open world Star Wars game, and they showed gameplay, and it looks like Jedi Fallen Order. Except blaster, as opposed to lightsaber. It's open world, and it is Star Wars, so I mean that's probably gonna sell it alone, just that. But I don't know. I mean, I watched some of the gameplay, and it looks like the seedy underbelly of the Star Wars universe, as some would describe it, and it looked fine. Truthfully, that's the stuff I'm more interested in lately in that universe, like just the grimy parts of Coruscant where they sell you death sticks. So, I mean, space game fans are eating good between Starfield and that. And Starfield, I'm gonna, probably by the time you've seen this, I've already watched the full video. My plan is to watch the video and just talk about it while it's, you know, while it's being watched. Because I didn't watch all of it, I watched like half of it. And, I want to go a little bit deeper with that one because it actually is impressive. The scope of the game is impressive. But as I said, my question is, can Bethesda pull it off? There's some quote saying that it will have the least amount of bugs of any Bethesda game on launch. It's like, Todd, you know how to say all the right things, even if it's not you, but another guy. But yeah, everything we've seen of Starfield looks good. In theory, at least. But when you combine that many different types of gameplay, that's always a worry. my reckoning. There you go. Just throw a couple fucking grenades. The Space Marine game looks good too. Like, this definitely didn't feel like E3 to me, and I know, you know, I didn't cover it. I wasn't live for it or anything. And I don't regret any of that. Like, I don't, you know, I have no real interest in covering Summer Games Fest more than checking out a couple trailers. But some of the trailers did look good, and you know, the Boltgun, the Space Marine 2 game looks rooty, tooty, and shooty. And you get to do it cooperatively, and the graphics are fucking insane, because of course they are. And, yeah. It seems like a perfectly fine turn your brain off. Well, this is more turn your brain off kind of thing, and I like to think, believe it or not, sometimes. But I also enjoy a good shoot game. And if that ends up being as satisfying as this, just to shoot, I'd be happy. And I don't know if I'm picking it up, maybe. It's one of those things where, considering I don't pick up every Warhammer game that comes out, I just want to see if it's any good before I make that decision. Yep, that is very familiar from Dark Tide. It's also the stuff I find most appealing about the Warhammer universe. Shit. Bad jump. Ah! Fuck, fuck, fuck. Need more grenade. Yeah, oh, it did it! It's doing it! It's doing it! Oh, kinda. Almost dead. Almost dead. Purging complete. Except, not really, there's still a couple enemies. That would have helped. Yeah, that would have helped. I am exceptionally good at finding power-ups after the combat sequence is over. Also, I don't know if this was here the whole time, but I feel really dumb that I was just now noticing this. Cool. Had to take a pause for a minute. Take a big pause. Fellas. The other thing I wanted to mention, which I'll probably end up mentioning again in some other video, is Cyberpunk. Apparently, Phantom Liberty, the upcoming expansion, is redoing, like, a lot of stuff. They're removing a lot of the, a lot of armor doesn't have stats, so it's just cosmetic aside from actual, like, body armor. Which is great, because you just can look however you want and not like a jabroni all the time. And, skills, like, it's not just pure stat upgrades, it's actually, like, it gives you skills. And there's more focus on cybernetics. Apparently the AI has been improved for the, enemies. The police system isn't just they spawn behind you. So, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be that much better, but apparently since the game came out, like, there have been a lot of complete overhauls. I wouldn't blame anyone for not, like, believing their lies. Like Todd's. Like, I get it, if you've been burned by the game and it's just not your cup of tea, that's fine. I had my issues with it. After a while, I just cared more about just seeing the story through, as opposed to, giving too much of a shit about the gameplay, which I found very shallow at times. And especially, like, the, just always being in the fucking inventory just sucked. And even, I found, like, the combat, like, apparently that got an overhaul, too. Especially, like, melee. But I found, yeah, the enemies were especially bullet spongy. And, I didn't find the shooting in the game to be all that amazing. It was fine. It was fine. Like, it got the job done, but it could have been so much better. That's why, like, when they show Starfield and they want to do, like, the best combat they've ever done, and, like, have an actually, like, good combat system, I get why they would want that to be the case. I hope they deliver on it. But same for Cyberpunk. Like, if Phantom Liberty ends up being the complete overhaul that the game needed, great. I'll probably stream it. I hope my shrimp lady is still glitched. Still one of my favorite moments from the stream of my entire streaming career is the very final Cyberpunk episode where I'm like, alright, I'm gonna go to the shrimp lady. And people were like, Vinny, this is getting old. It's not funny anymore. There's nothing new to do with the shrimp lady. And then I end up wielding her like a weapon and carrying her with me in my car to the ending. It's the most fitting thing ever. It's the glitch that keeps on giving, really. Oh, first death. This is a tough level to use the plasma. Or it can be because it's the corridors are so tight. I'm gonna use it anyway. So yes, I'm very interested in what they can do to make Cyberpunk like an actual video game and not like a hollow shell of a video game with really, really cool city and pretty visuals and decent story. I mean, regardless of the, you know, the AI and some of the stuff I mentioned, the city itself, as beautiful as it was, felt very hollow. Like, the NPCs just kind of sucked. It kind of felt... yeah, like a facsimile of a video game city. Which already is a facsimile of real life. like I said, dangerous weapon. The other game that I don't see a lot of people talking about that I think is going to be cool is Flight Simulator 2024. Now, in my mind, Flight Simulator just came out, the most recent one. Let's see when it actually came out. I want to see how my brain works, because in my mind, that came out just like last year. Most recent Flight Simulator game. Let's see. 2020 Microsoft Flight Simulator. So it will have been 4 years-ish. I don't know when the 2024 one's coming out. Doesn't... I know that sounds like a silly statement, but 2024 games, if it has a number on it, it could come out the year before. Like cars or like sports games or whatever. So I don't know, but it looked really good. My issue with Flight Simulator was, again, there were some performance things that killed it a little bit. And if those get addressed, and it runs, like, really smoothly, great. That, and also maybe speeding up some of the like... I know emulating the entire world is incredibly appealing, but I wouldn't maybe mind like a Pilot Wings mode or something where things just kind of... Like, if there's escort missions where you have to, like, you know, you're the pilot, you have to bring someone from LA to New York. I don't want to fly the entirety of LA to New York. Some people would, and it should be in the game because it's all simulated. But if there was a way to do, like, a faster version of that flight, that would be cool. But that's just wishful thinking on my part. But yeah, visually it looks nice, and that Flight Simulator game was definitely impressive. And even if it wasn't the most fun to play at times, because you're just flying around, it was fun to just find different locations and, like, get a closer look at the locations, even if they made no sense whatsoever. Like, I remember chat would point out anomalies. Like, Vinny, you should fly to this anomaly, it's amazing. Out of here, little gremlin fellas. Losing health rapidly. Uh-oh, health is low. Oh! Licked by a plague toad. Wow. What an interesting way for a space marine to go. There's health over here so I can refer back to that area when needed. Busy must shoot. I think we're good. I think we're getting there. I don't like that this plague toad shit is happening right now. I don't like it. And they seem to be in cahoots with the other dudes. Plague toads in cahoots with autogunners? What is this world coming to? Damn this gun. I end up doing so much damage to myself. Oh, big toad, don't like it. So fucked. God damn it. There's gotta be more health around here somewhere. It's not. I have to wait for the big toad, then I'll get the power up. Where is the power up? No more health. Not there. Okay, I think that was my last health right there. Hey, pal. Wow, that was... wow, I got really close last time. I just had to kill that one big toad. Well, damn. Yeah, this is not really as much of a turn-your-brain-off game when it gets to areas like this. You actually... I mean... obviously, Doom comes to mind, more recent Dooms with the arenas, where it closes off an area and makes you kill the rest of the enemies. But, the shooting is good. It's just a matter of, like, utilizing your weapons, your environment, and the power-ups that are, you know, around and not squandering them. Maybe normal difficulty you can squand a little bit, but in this difficulty, no squand. Would not recommend squanding. Oh boy, here we go again. Question is, did I accidentally squand? can't believe they're giving us 2 of these sequences in a row. Holy shit. I have, like, no time to catch my breath here. While I wouldn't necessarily say I squandered, maybe I could have made slightly better use of that vulnerability. Shit. Still okay so far, I think. Okay, that was a pretty big hit to my health right there. And I'm almost dead. Okay, so I need to find some health. That works too. Yep, that works too. I think that's backwards. Wow. Alright, so I gotta go, but this game kind of fucking kicks ass. Yeah, I might come back to this. So, yeah, really, really good shooting, really nice graphics and sound, chunky sounds. Very fun gameplay loop. The right difficulty on hard mode, at least, and good set and setting, and just a lot of fun. Really, that's all it comes down to. So, yeah, I would recommend it if you're into that kind of shooter and Warhammer. And yeah, that's about it for now. Maybe I will play more. Until then, take care and thank you for watching. As always, appreciate it.